Hi, I'm here with Mike Shatzkin. Hello, Mike.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, have you been here with us. He's the founder, CEO of Ideological from New York, and he works on the publishing and digital industry for many, many years, right?
That many years, yes.
Okay, so can you explain just in a few words, shortly, the idea behind Ideological?
Ideological is a consulting company to publishers and their trading partners. Trading partners include agents, obviously, but also in the other and technology suppliers, but sales and sales accounts, etc. So the entire book ecosystem we consult to, and in the last 20 years, it's obviously been an emphasis on digital change.
So. Since you have been working for many years in the industry and you saw this transition, the same transition that happened with pictures and videos, now it's happening on books. The publishing industry is crossing a digital revolution now. So how are you working to best capitalize on this digital revolution?
Well, actually, I've just started a business that we haven't announced yet, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, which is a digital marketing business for book publishers. And I think actually that is, book publishers are talking about discoverability. That has become a buzzword. But I think that that's a proxy for a larger concept of digital marketing. And digital marketing is important not just for ebooks, but for print books too, because people are spending, whether they read ebooks or not, people are spending more and more time online and interacting with digital information. So I think publishers are going to have to increasingly learn more about how to make digital information tell people what to read next.
Yeah, and how do you think, since you have been advising many people from this industry, you also work with the biggest publishing house in this industry, how do you think the new and established professionals should act to best explore and capitalize as well on this new digital frontier?
Well, that's a tough question. I think on an individual level, I think I've been telling people for 10 years that if you're young and you want a career in publishing, learn digital marketing. And I was saying that before I started doing any digital marketing work myself. I think for publishers getting into this today, what I tell them is that we have enough history to know what works and what has not worked. And what has worked in ebooks have been books that you read from beginning to end. Other things have not worked as well. So if I'm a publisher that wants to be successful in digital times, I would focus on novels, biographies, books that can be read, where the same creative effort creates a book and creates a digital instance of the book. And I would be very wary of investments in video and animation and interactivity and all of the things which are very exciting to play with, but so far people haven't really bought.
Okay, I understand your point of view, but I think the new generations, they are already very digitalized and gigas, and they are used with the new technologies too, right? Do you have any plan, or how do you think these new generations in the future are going to deal with these traditional books, or how do you think is going to be the book of the future?
Well, I'm not exactly sure about that. I think that first of all, the book business has always done better with older people than younger people. And so, except obviously when kids are in school, they have books for school. But in terms of books for entertainment or personal gratification, they've always been an older market rather than a younger market. So that's a reality that was true 30 years ago, 50 years ago, and it's still true today. I think that what we're going to see is a lot of content packaged in complex ways, which is sort of what you're talking about. But I'm not sure that book publishers are going to be a big part of that business. I think animators will be. I think movie studios will be. I think that there's a lot of foundation for other kinds of products, but I'm not sure what book publishing expertise does to add value there.
I remember I was reading one interview, I think you gave in 2010 for some Brazilian magazine. And you said at one point kids wouldn't recognize a printed book, a hardcover book anymore, and maybe they would think this is just a support for an iPad.
Yeah, I think I was thinking about 15 or 20 years down the road. Yes, I said that I believe there will come a day when a kid with his mommy would walk in through the airport, somebody would be reading a printed book, and the kid would say, "Mommy, what's that?" Because I think that we are already getting to the point where everybody has many screens, and we're going to get to the point before too long where not only does everybody have many screens, everybody has total connectivity to the internet. And that will happen because corporations and governments want it to happen. Corporations and governments want the consumer to be connected. They want the taxpayer to be connected. So connectivity is going to get cheaper and free, and everybody's going to have lots of screens. And when that happens, the argument for carrying around a pound of paper is going to get very weak.